We'll ultimately be able to do that as well. It'll take a little longer, but we'll be able to actually capture what comes with our normal body and be able to recreate that.
The man in the video is Ray Kurzweil. He is a techno-futurist, aka techie, author, and toupee aficionado. In the video, he explains that he thinks it's possible for humans to upload their mind and personality and memories and everything into a cloud-based system or the computer, and so you could live forever in a robot body. This video, I'm going to explain why we think it's technically possible, maybe, for you to do that in the future, but why it wouldn't work long term, and why it won't usher in the glorious utopia that Ray thinks it will. Now a little bit more about Ray. He's the author of the 2005 book, The Singularity is Near, and the 2024 book, The Singularity is Nearer, in which he argues that the time for biological dominance or human dominance on Earth is coming to an end, and the technological singularity will bring about an era of machine dominance. And just to keep everyone to speed, the technological singularity is when machine learning or artificial intelligence is able to create more intelligent AI, and there is an explosion in machine learning and information. For Ray, and other techies like Ray, their devotion to technology and technological growth is a bit like a religion. Sort of like how in Christianity, if you believe in God and you do good during your life, you'll be rewarded with heaven. For techies, they believe that their devotion to technology will usher in a perfect utopia, a perfect world, when the singularity happens. One of the reasons why they believe it's going to be a utopia is the ability to live forever. Well, at least sort of. Techies believe that they'll be able to upload their mind into a cloud-based system, and they'll be able to input all their memories, all their personality, every single little bit about what makes them them into a new machine body, or at least into a cloud, so that they can be preserved on the internet or the great web forever. Now let's explain why it's technically possible. Your brain is a squishy supercomputer. It runs on chemical signals and electrical impulses. These create patterns of neurons, which basically make you, you. Now in theory, if you had an advanced enough MRI or a nanomachine, you could technically map out every single pattern that was in your brain, and you could upload it onto a digital or a computer landscape. Then you could reconstruct it in the digital world. So yes, we do believe that it's technically possible. So here's where we disagree. In order to make this work, you need to make a lot of assumptions. The first assumption is that the process of mapping out the brain doesn't fry the brain in the meantime, which is a likely outcome. Secondly, you have to assume that in order to live forever, that the industrial society and our technological society will go on forever to allow this to happen, which, given all the problems we have now, is not that likely. And the third assumption we're going to make is that this technology will only be for a select few rich technocrats. The industrial world can barely even provide enough food, water, and housing for everybody. We highly doubt that everyone would be able to upload their mind into the internet. We don't think that's going to happen. Now let's get into our core argument on why mind uploading wouldn't be feasible. Humans evolved to find fresh fruit, hunt, and locate mushrooms. None of that has any use for modern day society, unless you find like a fresh fruit at the grocery store, but even then it's really not useful. AI, on the other hand, was specifically built for this new industrial world. Therefore, AI has become much better at navigating the world and filling in niches than people are. AI is in its early stages now, but it's going to get much better. And even in its early stage, it's still becoming better at replacing jobs for a lot of people. So with AI, it's actually more competitive than people because it was specifically designed for a particular job. AI will become increasingly dominant in the job market. AI will accelerate and replace most people's jobs until the only people that are really left are very niche. I mean, maybe the guy who trains orcas in SeaWorld, maybe he might keep his job, but for the vast majority of people, they'll be either unwilling or unable to compete. So as AI advances and becomes increasingly dominant in the job market and overall the industrial society, these man-machine hybrid uploaded things will become increasingly less useful on their human side. The need to pee, that's not that useful. That's deleted. The need to reproduce, that's not that useful anymore. That's deleted. The need to browse that weird section of YouTube, well, that's not useful anymore. That's deleted too. And gradually, the human part of the AI machine hybrid will be strip mined in order to compete and fit in with the new industrial world. So in turn, what you're left with is not really a copy of you, or not really you uploaded onto a machine. It will barely be you. It won't even be a fraction of you. And over time, it will be even less human, because that human side of the machine hybrid will become increasingly less relevant in the society. So yeah, that's why we disagree with Ray Kurzweil. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really appreciate you watching. Thank you.